Hot Wheels. Mike Zarnock, Zarnock, MikeZarnock.com. There's a lot more we'll get into. Jim Rondinelli.
I'm a little late to the party, so you already talked about the pink bus, but I wanted to. You actually have a Hot Wheels named after you, or sort of.
Yes.
Yes.
Mattel did my old race car. You might remember back in the day when I had the race car.
Yes.
We were talking one day when they were doing their new Drag Strip Demon series, and what's really cool about what I get to do is I talk to the guys at Mattel all the time. So
that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Believe me, being that little kid, I used to write letters to Mattel when I was like 10 years old and ask for parts.
Yeah.
So I got a call from one of the guys, and he says, "Did you hear about that we're going to do the Drag Strip Demons?" And I said, "Yeah, I mean they're going to be really cool. I think they're great. You know, they're going to do them all authentic, all the original paint jobs." I said, "Man, it'd be really cool to do my car." And then we just ended the conversation. So about a week later, Mark Morse calls me up, who was in charge of Hot Wheels at the time. He says, "Mike, were you serious about doing your old race car as a Hot Wheel?" And I said, "Well, yeah."
Yeah.
Said, yeah. And do I have to think about it?
Yeah.
And he says, "Okay, cool. Send me some pictures. We'll send you all the legal documents." And 9 months later, I get this two great big boxes with my old race car with my name on the car, just like it was, when I raced it back in the 80s. And there it is. So,
wow, that is so cool.
So there's, my car, my name, and even on the package is my name.
That is so cool.
So they only made 30 of them. And
no. That's mine's one of 30
collection.
in the series.
Okay.
So
he only got the 22nd one. What the heck's up with that?
But
that is so cool.
Yeah, can you imagine being in the store and seeing your car up, on the pegs, and I just want to yell out, "Hey, that's me!"
And people would never know, right? I mean, people wouldn't know. There's a few things that you do. First of all, you have a book out.
I've written 14 books.
14 books out
on Hot Wheels.
And what is your latest? It's basically a guide to values.
Yeah, I mean, like what I brought here. Both these cars look identical, correct? Right.
You know what? I think I had one of those too.
Now, can you see a difference in those cars?
I'm going to look. Is it the gold and the white on the wheels?
Yes.
Very
Bingo.
good.
You got it. Okay.
Which one's worth more?
The one with the gold.
Okay.
So not because it's gold, but just that they were a different series.
Right.
And a limited edition.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my books, that's what my books are about. My books are about variations.
And the beauty also is of Hot Wheels is the interior. There's always something about the interior, and you can look in and see. I mean, it's really pretty cool.
And some of them, with Mattel, I mean, it's production.
Yeah.
So if they say we got to get 30,000 cars out today, and they're short 100 cars, they're going to go get interiors from the next run.
Okay.
So there'll be a blue interior.
And
that is going to make, yes.
Okay, I was going to ask about the gold and the white wheels. Yeah. Does it happen on a Friday afternoon? They run out of the gold paint or something, and they're like, all right, just throw white on there.
Sometimes they do.
Whatever it is, but for a collector, it completely changes everything. Now you've got something that is, whether it's a flaw. How about a flaw? Have there been any flaws?
Errors. The funny thing about Hot Wheels is if there's only one, people don't care.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
But if there's 5, then it's like, I got one, go find yourself one.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So there have been pieces like 20, 30 pieces, and, good luck.
Yeah, yeah.
Plastic. When they do the injection molding, there might be another color still in the pipes.
Okay.
So that might change the color a little bit.
Got it.
So if there's pink again, $2,000 just for that one plastic.
That's crazy.
You said earlier that you'd reach out to Mattel and say, like, hey, I need parts.
When I was a kid, yeah.
Parts? What, you would take them apart and rebuild them?
No, wheels.
Oh, okay.
The wheels would get bent, too.
Well, right.
Yeah.
And your mom would step on them. And then
right.
What are you doing?
That was the end of that
across
one.
the floor.
Yeah.
And,
you just didn't, like everybody else, you were out reaching out to them to say, hey, can I get parts to rebuild it?
Yeah. I wish I still had the return letters that they gave me. I sent $1 one time, and I said, can you send me some wheels? Because my little brother ate the wheels off of it. I don't have a little brother.
Yeah.
And So I got my $1 back. I got a bag full of wheels.
Wow.
And, it was great. And then a year later, they changed the wheels from not being able to come off to there. So maybe I had some kind of hand in that, but I'm sure they don't want little kids swallowing the wheels.
You're absolutely right. That is wild.
But now I get calls from from the designers. I get texts from. I got one, yesterday from one of the designers. What was this car? Why is this car so valuable?
That is so wild because they know you as being the expert.
Yeah.
And so just so people know, you are from here. You have 2 times you were named in the Guinness Book of World Records. Same record. They just
I had more. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you ended up having more, so now you're they
updated your old record.
Yeah, he broke his own record. Yeah.
Actually, the first time it was a guy like in Arabia or something. He had 1,500 different model cars. So I checked into it, and Hot Wheels were considered model cars.
Right.
So at the time, I had 3,711 different cars.
Wow.
And a couple of years after that, this guy, Sergio, beat me. He's from Argentina. Come to find out, he owns a toy car factory.
Oh.
So
that
was easy for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I beat him with 8,711.
Wow.
And then he beat me again. And then some ex-Formula One driver just went out and bought up the world.
To be able to have the record.
I always made sure that my name and the record were Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Because the other guys have, Dinky and
everything,
and Corgi and all that. So.
And the beauty is, though, you seem to be the only real authentic one. You're just a guy who collects them, and you loved them from the beginning.
Right.
And
it's
there's a passion.
Weird how it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I never planned on it. I mean, I write books. I write magazine articles. I'm not a writer. I'm lucky if I could spell my name correct twice. So
I can't either, apparently.
I see on your website you have Diecast Magazine. They feature you in
Diecast Magazine, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 2 columns in there every time it comes out.
So every time it comes out, you're going to be able to read Mike's stuff in there. Yep. Also, I find it interesting. You have an online TV show that you do on for collectors.
Hot Wheels TV.
And you've been featured in the documentaries and the TV shows. When they're looking for somebody about Hot Wheels, they go to you.
Yeah, that's the weird thing.
How do you
I'm
beat
watching
that?
TV and a commercial comes on and I'm on the commercial.
Yeah.
And then I get, I'm in the hour show.
Pretty stinking cool.
Oh, that was really cool.
Yeah. Anybody have any other?
I have 2 quickly.
Sure, yeah.
One, I guess this is an observation on it. It's so cool about you because you grew up with it, and then you were a real fan of it, and then you became the expert on it. Where, like you mentioned, the Formula One guy, it seems like he just wanted to have that record, so he just went and bought everything just to say he could have it.
Yeah.
Like you're so authentic. The other thing is, Jim made a comment during the break, and I think this is probably true with anything you can collect. You said as a child you never thought to keep it in the box because it might be worth something. That's why it's worth so much because nobody kept it in the box, right?
I mean, you can't love something unless you play with it.
Right.
My driveway was just full of Hot Wheel track. And I met so many kids just going by. Hey, you play with Hot Wheels? Yeah, I'm gonna go get mine. And so I mean, everybody played with Hot Wheels, and like I said, you can't love it unless you play with it. I mean, if I had just bought stuff and had it in a package, it's just something.
Just one more. How big is your collection?
How big?
Yeah.
Is
there a number on it? Like I have X number of cars?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Like I said, I have over 30,000 cars. I have track sets, play sets, underwear, sunglasses, socks, you name it. I collect.
If it's Hot Wheels, you've got it.
I collect anything with the Hot Wheel logo on it.
Yeah.
Is that Hot Wheels underwear? Is that boxers or briefs?
I never opened them. I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't even know.
That's so funny.
I'm going to throw out some questions. These are frequently asked questions on your website. So I want to just, for people that are listening, will you buy, if somebody has a car or a collection, do you buy?
I will buy a collection if there's stuff in it that I need, that I don't have. And I don't sell anything. Just ask my wife.
I'm sure she loves it.
Must be quite a display.
Yeah. But I mean, I've turned down 3,000 piece collections for $300 because there's no sense in me having it. I already have it.
Yeah.
But I do buy things if I need them. If not, just put put them on eBay yourself.
Has eBay destroyed the market at all? Has it helped the market?
No. I think eBay has helped the market because it has gotten collectors from all over the world to bring collections out. Plus, it kind of levels the playing field.
Yeah.
Before eBay and before the internet, a lot of things were regional. Mm-hmm. So if we had 100 of them and you guys only had one, we were making a killing.
Right.
And vice versa.
Right. And eBay's kind of leveled out the world, really.
Yeah. I mean, like Europe.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we liked Corvettes, Camaros, Mustangs. And over there, they liked the Ferraris and all the European stuff.
Yeah.
So they have an overabundance of the U.S. stuff over there. And we had an overabundance of the European stuff here. So we've been going back and forth swapping stuff.
And eBay and all these sites definitely do help. Somebody says specifically, I have what I think is the number 271 funny car. Talk about that.
That is probably the biggest thorn that I
it's
have.
enough for you to put it on your FAQ page here.
My first book was about collector numbers. It's a blue card with a white collector number in the bottom. It's 1 to... Now it's like 1 to 1120. But the 271, there's only a handful of them out there. It's a funny car, just a regular Firebird funny car. But it's not the car that makes the value. It's that 271 package. So I did a whole video, like half an hour on this whole thing.
Yeah.
I have people send them to me so I can authenticate it because they were forged. They're worth like $3,500. But people say, I've got the car without the package. It's
not worth anything.
Yeah, it's not worth anything. It's the car in the package that makes the $3,500.
How often does Mighty John say the same thing?
Yeah, same thing on records and a lot of things.
It's
the packaging
sleeve,
is worth so much.
Yeah, I mean, but people, it's people who collect the collector numbers, they have to have it.
Yeah.
So, if that's the only
whatever
one
it
missing,
takes, they got to have it.
They got to have it.
Is the date on the bottom of the car the date the car was made? No.
The date on the bottom of the car, I get calls and emails all the time. I got stuff from 1968, and I get there, and it's like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That is right.
Yeah.
But that is the date that casting was copyrighted.
I see.
So I mean, all of these things have
sure
legalities to them. So if it says 1968 on the bottom, it doesn't mean that it was made in 68.
How can you tell when it was made?
I can because I know all of pretty much all the Hot Wheels that are out there.
Yeah.
You can tell by the color, by the designs. Your best bet is to get a guide. Not just mine, but there are a few other guides out there.
Final one. This is on your website. Also, I have a bunch of cars with red lines on the tires. What are they worth?
Well, like we said here earlier, this right here from 1968 to mid '77 are red lines.
Oh yeah, you can see.
Right.
You know how your dad had white walls on his car? Muscle cars back in the '60s had red lines. GTOs, Corvettes. We talked earlier about Mattel trying to save money. So in the middle of '77, they decided to get rid of the red line on the tire. It was enough to save Hot Wheels from going under.
Got it.
Yeah. So
that's by eliminating a color on a tire.
By eliminating, yeah.
Worth more just because they're older and
they're worth more. Yeah, because they were the original.
The originals.
Yeah.
Well, you are a wealth of information. So the next time, by the way, I will be going home and going through my kids' stuff today, just to because and you don't know what you have though, right? Whether you bought a box of Hot Wheels that had the track with it, or you were just buying the cars. There's value there.
Oh yeah.
So
there's people that that used to work at Mattel, and that's where my friend Bruce Pascal got the pink beach bomb there.
Okay.
So you never know what you got there. I always tell people I'll come look at it.
Yeah.
Just
And you can do appraisals.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I do appraisals.
How do they reach you at Mike Zarnock.com? Why that happens? You know what it is? It's the AR in your last name
I know.
that subliminally forces you to say Mark. It's crazy. Yeah. Mike Zarnock, ZARNOCK.com. The website itself is great read, a great read, and certainly your books, I'm assuming, and all of that stuff.
Yeah, they sell out. I mean,
really cool.
I can't get any of my books.
Well, that is wild. Good for you.
Thank you.
And he's local, for God's sakes. All right, Mike, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks
we'll
for
do this
having me.
again.